Chiefs, yeah, to network.
Yeah, through network.
Heartbeat of the Khosi Nation.
Khosi Nation. Love and peace.
Welcome to Kaizer Chiefs here to Network. My name is Fumani Ntombeni, and today we have our wonderful guest, the man that I admire when I'm watching the other channel. Yes, it's Fanako Spito Usim Tembile, like Simbiza, the Nota of football. You understand?
Papa season, he runs away.
What's so actually? Because of this man, he speaks football.
Yeah.
That's why Simbiza or not. And he speaks sense. Communicate only. I might not like that's why I was so happy to see you today. Ugutini, Nami, sometimes I listen to what he says and pick up. We're saying I paraphrase. Yeah, but just know, Guti, this is one of my inspirations for Guti's pushy content. To you, Simtembile,
Okay.
are you good, my brother?
I'm good, my brother.
Yeah.
Ngiyabonga ngobala, I was so impressed to see this channel, Kaizer Chiefs here to network. Yeah, I'm a very big fan of Kaizer Chiefs.
Yeah.
Also South African football.
Yes.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm honored to be here. I hope it's not gonna be the last one. Yeah, ngizobana ngisiza ngibe member as long it's a Kaizer Chiefs and South African football. I hope sizokhuluma kahle.
Yeah, so kuluma kahle bafo.
Yeah.
So on to the matter of the day. We have players with Kaizer Chiefs. They've been promising aspects. We've been looking forward to them. So it's the three we're gonna talk about. Let's start no goalkeeper. Since we position number one, the goalkeeper that we are about to speak about, Bruce Vuma.
Yeah.
What's your take on his whole entire career in Kaizer Chiefs?
Yeah, these are my. I was speaking to my brother when we on our way. Sizala, yeah, these are my favorite players, and I love all the Kaizer Chiefs players. But sometimes you need to tell the truth. Sometimes I ask Kawata Lama player, and we expect so much. But they didn't deliver. Bruce Vuma, I think it was promoted 2014, 2015. It's over like 11 years as a club in. But ufike with, maybe I would say with difficult time, because remember Kaizer Chiefs, they used to have a strongest goalkeeping department because of that guy was from a German called Oren Dilanka, but he is old now, he retired.
Yeah.
So I think ufike ngesaskhathi yena Oren Dilanka, he was gonna left Kaizer Chiefs, but he was privileged enough to work with him maybe some 2 years, 1 year, and also becoming a second, third choice Kune and Brilliant Kuzwayo. So I think he learned something, but maybe our expectations were too high because of the caliber of our goalkeepers at Kaizer Chiefs. But the few years he was having a good seasons, but I believe maybe Ushawe indaba changes our coaching, even with that coaching department, because after Randy Lanka, we bring another guy from Germany to be a goalkeeper coach, and he didn't last. And then Stuart come with his son, and then Wavaya. It's been years we are changing in that department. Even you can see now the guy, I think it's Mazuki, the guy from Tunisia, he was helping Peterson. The guy just left now. We don't know what the performance of Peterson is affected by that. Also, I don't think Chiefs believe in a loaning system, because sometimes if you see a player is struggling and is coming from a development, because my expectations are high, because he is a development player. So I think Uvuma is one of the players that McMillan sees loanile maybe to gain some experience and confidence elsewhere. But he is there, and we don't know what is happening behind the scenes. Maybe he's having another role, because you can see Uguti, Chlorocop, they have a goalkeeper ungatouch ibhola for years, but he's been there, but une-role yakhe maybe ayidlalayo esingayaziyo. Yeah, so we must respect Uvuma. Maybe une-role esingayiboniyo, or Chiefs is building something in the future, but I don't think in the field angasigaya something.
So for as long as I've known about that guy, he's been a goalkeeper his entire career. I used to look up to Kune. He was very brilliant. But nonetheless, as much as you say, maybe Kaizer Chiefs has something for him. Because for me right now in Kaizer Chiefs, he's the longest serving member in the squad. So we move to the next player. Skulume Nkosi Ngiphile Ngcobo. I'm not sure if I pronounced his name correctly. Ngcobo. What's your take about him? 10 years ago, what's your take about him?
Also now, Ngcobo, he comes with Chiefs with high expectations. I believe they promote him around 2018. Ebesuka kla team Gazwane. You remember it was a very exciting team. He come to Kaizer Chiefs as a promising player. And I think that year we were close losing Upule Eckstein. Upule Eckstein was an exciting player. I say, he can be a good player wearing jersey number 12. He jersey that you can see at Chiefs is one of the legendary jerseys used to wear by Abo Ace Nsolengwe, Tabe Muki, Ace Kuse. Lala jersey, line respect. And Umfana promoted, I think, Nanomashiyane, they promoted same year, 2018. And the coach by then, I think, Ernest Middendorp. I have a problem. That's why I don't want to bring too much other teams to this channel. I always make an example of Iparades. Iparades, ever since I watch it, like early 2000, Konstantin Papik, they are playing the same. It's easy to identify a winger that will replace, maybe we'll say, is will replace our cheese boy when they bring Utihang Mabalan. When they bring the winger, you can see they have this player now, it's called Tony, is replacing maybe Abu Saleh. They have the similar players. So at Chiefs, the problem is you find the development is playing the sitting way. The first team is playing. So Ngcobo, they come with, at the time they were playing exciting football. And we have Middendorp in the first team as a coach playing different football. And if football at that time was not appetizing, they were calling it parachute, helicopter. So I think those boys, they struggle to adapt first to football. Then I understand, okay, it's a different football, and then but you can see the potential Kwabo Ngcobo and Mashiane. Then after Middendorp, we bring Gavin Hunt, someone that is believing youth, and we're having a transfer ban by then, around 2020, 2021, during COVID. And Ngcobo shined, Mashiane shined, if you remember, when we were having that run. And there were rumors about Ngcobo funwa Al Ahly, and Chiefs were not willing to sell because they seen a problem near Ben. And Ngcobo was coming nice and coming right, but after Gavin left, we changed coaches. So I think Labafana ibabulela indaba yokuchinja ama coaches. As I said to Kuvuma, with goalkeeping department, we don't have someone now who will say it's a goalkeeper coach for 10 years at Chiefs. And those guys, I think somehow they lose a hunger, because I see Ngcobo Kuti is no longer that hungry player. He is no longer that a player that you can see Kuti ufunu achieve something, ufunu at national team, ufunu we are overseas. I think Umfana we suppose Simlone Dala, but I don't think Chiefs they operate in that department of assessing the player. Kuti this player who deserve a loan, this player no, we can release him. I think they are using a different criteria. I don't think they are using based on form or based on performance. I think their criteria is about what prioritize development players, prioritize players that are disciplined. But Umfana, I think the only thing he need to work hard. But I don't think Angaskaya something.
For now.
I don't
no. As for the third player, I would like to continue for the third player, ne?
Yeah.
But then let's save the slice of cake for another day.
Yeah, no
Let's
problem.
wrap it up, save our data, our viewers.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, no, guys, this was a wonderful interview. Goosebumps all over me. For real. Wonderful. Inside knowledge, proper give and take, you understand. I enjoyed the interview. Hope you enjoyed it too. Please do not forget to like and subscribe. Comment. Tell us what could be improved from Bruce, what could be improved from Ngobo. Maybe one thing that you could say, they might see it and it might inspire them back to form. This is Kaizer Chiefs Yethu Network. Love and peace.
Tango.